holiday Saturday, Coronation Day, and of course it's raining. Now Mark and I did go down to the allotment plot yesterday and we dug up the rest of the saskatoons, which we now have like 1 million of, because I guess they're like raspberries, they send up new canes. So when we were digging up the plants, what we actually found was that there were multiple plants in each clump. But that's great because we can pot some up and pass them along, maybe take some to the allotment day sale when we have the open day. But I had planned to be at the allotment as well this morning and to take you with me and to potentially plant some of the saskatoons, also to learn how to use the strimmer and to start strimming the grass paths. But yeah, it's too rainy. I'd rather stay here in the greenhouse and sow seeds, which I haven't done yet. I have been sowing some seeds over the course of the week, and so the courgettes, for instance, are now sown. And the sweet corn that I did earlier in the week have germinated. Let me show you. Okay, so good germination there. So already some strong plants. That's the special Swiss. A few have come up now of the ambrosia, and only three of the mini pop so far. Now they were inside in the propagator. I've just brought them out. They're going to come to live in the greenhouse now, and I'll put other things in the propagator as I sow them. But the big thing I did this morning was pot on my tomatoes, and I'll show you. So they're all now in these sort of quite sizable, would they be a 9 centimetre pot, and no casualties. They all got potted on fine, and everything that was in the last set of cells survived. Oh, that's the aubergines, but there we go. Some really nice specimens there. So yeah, pleased with that. And I think they're going to live in the greenhouse now. I've been taking them in and out every day, so that they've had the daytime in the greenhouse, night times in the house. But I think it's time for them to fare for themselves. So my thermometer tells me that last night I only got down to 11.3 in here, which is fine. I think tomatoes you generally don't want too far below 10 degrees. Yeah, all good. So that frees up room inside for new sowings. As I said, I've done the courgettes. Also on my list, well, I mean, I couldn't sleep one night last week, and so it was sort of something past midnight, and I got up and went into the office and started going through all the seed folders and taking out everything that I want to sow this month. Basically took everything out of all of the folders, and they're now all in little piles around the office, ready for me to just grab a pile, come into the greenhouse and sow it, or so's the idea. But it did work because I had like a few minutes between stuff in the week, and I just grabbed the pile of courgette ones, came in, did it, done. So that's my plan for the next couple of weeks, is to try and get through those piles of seeds. Anyway, the ones that I've brought down for today are leeks. So I have Long de Messier leek, Atlanta leek, and Mercurian. Now last year I sowed, it must have been the Real Seeds leek, but had no success, mainly because of foxes. I direct sowed, did I direct sow or then plant out? I don't know, but the foxes trashed them. So I'm having another go, and I think probably leeks will go down to the allotment because there's leeks on there now and they seem to be doing fine. So clearly leeks can grow in that clay soil. And of course the other one I want to do is squash. I might save the squash and do that as an extra video, because as you can see I have quite a few varieties. But maybe I'll sow them and then we'll talk about them in another video. So as I'm not revealing my squash varieties just yet, what I will do is show you my courgette varieties. Okay, so I'm in the office. I'll just show you my piles of seeds. So what have we got? I think those are climbing beans, runner beans, soybeans, French beans, like dwarf beans, root parsley, So cucumbers, that's something I could do. I've still got that scorzonera and salsify. Parsnips I haven't done yet. Amaranths, look at this amaranth. I mean, it's Sarah Raven, so probably none of it will germinate, but oh, there's something about that's called hot biscuits. I know, like, it's not like it's going to taste like a biscuit, but it still makes me want it. More beetroots and turnips can go in. I still should probably do more peas. I haven't done any of the mange tout or sugar snap yet. Herbs up here, corianders and basils. All kinds of edible flowers up there. What else have we got? Radishes. Oh, there's edible lupin. Yeah. Broccoli rabe there. And then over in the flower pile, ornamental grasses. Am I doing more Rebecchias? I've done quite a few Rebecchias. Hollyhocks. I've still got to get my ochre out. That's nice and jittered. This one. Wildflower things. Sunflower. I haven't done sunflowers yet. These. I think this is a pile of all mystery seeds. Cornflowers. Poppies. White flowers. Tall flowers, gazinias and zinnias, all kind of daisy-like flowers, delphiniums. I think it's too late for delphiniums. I said sunflowers, and then of course calendula, nasturtium, and marigolds. I've done a few of these, but I'll be doing more. Yeah. What do you think, Dory? Excessive? No. Right. Courgettes. Okay, so here they are. Let's see if anything's come up yet. No. I mean, I did only sow them like a day ago. So the varieties that we have are Courgette Black Beauty, Striato de Napoli Green Ribbed, which is the one I sowed last year, I think. Patty Pan had no success with last year, so let's see if we can manage it this year. Gold Rush, that's an F1. And Summer Holiday, little round one. Yeah, so 5 varieties of courgette. I've sown 4 of each, so 20 courgettes. That's ridiculous. So clearly nobody needs 20 courgette plants, although having said that, I had 5 last year and they were really underproducing, so I didn't have enough courgettes from 5 plants. Hopefully this year they will be more productive, and of course I can sell them or give them to family and friends as well. Right, I'm coming down to the back of the garden to pick some rhubarb. It's my nephew's birthday. Yeah, well, it was yesterday. He's having a party today, so we're not having a coronation party. It's a birthday party. I'm going to make a cake. So I'm going to use some rhubarb from the garden to make a vegan rhubarb, hazelnut and rose water cake. It's meant to be pistachio, but I haven't got any, so I'm going to use hazelnuts. Never made it before, so we'll see how that turns out. And I'm also going to give him my spare tomato plant, mystery tomato plant, which I'm sure he'll be super grateful for as a gift for a 10-year-old. No, I think he's 9. Right, so happy birthday to my nephew. I'm going to harvest some of this rhubarb, but while we're down here, I want to show you something that I achieved this week. So I have a lot of spare bricks in this garden, and these were in a pile on the other side of the old wardrobe, but I moved them all to create this cold frame. So it's full of, sweet peas and all my brassicas. I did wake up in the middle of the night the other night, just terrified that these brassicas were being eaten by slugs. There's been a little bit of nibbling, I think, but that might have been where the top of the cold frame fell on everything, because it is rather makeshift. So this is the top, which is the old greenhouse door that fell off. I've just put bubble wrap over it, which I did stick down, but then it fell off. But it sort of works, look. See? I think that's pretty good. I mean, it's not like things can't get in. It's got gaps. But yeah, for something that's just used old bits from the garden, nothing new, didn't need any tools, I think that's pretty good. Anyway, I'll stop congratulating myself about that. And let's get some of this rhubarb. So there's the beast. Although having said that, this is mini compared to some of the ones on the allotment. But you can see, oh, there's some good sticks or stalks in there. So let's pick some. Let's pick these big leaves that are, shading out the jostaberry. Somebody is sheltering from the rain in the shed. Don't eat perlite, Dory. No. Smart dog, hey? I think that should probably do it. Ooh, that's better, back in the dry. So, yeah, pretty happy with that. This is a rhubarb from a cousin from the enabler, and I guess it's been in that spot for 2 years now. Whereas the little ones next to it were only put in last year. But yeah, certainly producing well this year. Last year I forced it. So I haven't this year. In fact, I shouldn't have forced it last year because it was a bit early in its life to be doing that. Ooh. Look at the leaves on them. They're crazy, aren't they? I hear these are good for like using as a mulch or as a weed suppressant, but slugs obviously will hide under them. Might need to do a little googling. I'm not just going to stick these straight in the compost, I don't think. I'm going to have a read and see what other uses they might have. If you know, let me know in the comments below. Right, I think that'll be enough for my recipe. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to bake. I made some wild garlic and olive little buns, so I'll get those in the oven, make my cake, and then back to doing some sewing because party's not till 4. Plenty of time, plenty of time. Okay, the cake is going to take about 50 minutes. So I'm back in the greenhouse and I've run out of seed sowing compost. So I'm making my own mix. I've got coir that I've just rehydrated, perlite in the bucket, and then the only compost I've got is this vegetable compost, which I think is too rich for planting seeds in, but I'm hoping the combination of these things will be okay. What I've been doing previously is using seed sowing compost and the perlite and the coir, and I've had seemingly good success with that so far. So let's hope it doesn't all go to pot. Haha. With using this vegetable compost. Okay. This is like making a cake again. It's really coming down out there now. I've mixed my compost now. Yeah, I was trying to just do it in the bucket. I ended up having to tip it out into the wheelbarrow, mix it, and then back into the bucket. Never straightforward, is it? But it's ready now, and I'm just going to sow the leeks. So I'm doing the leeks in a tray because leeks don't mind being transplanted. They're quite happy to be moved around apparently. So I'm just firming in the compost into one of these big trays with drainage holes. So I'm going to create 3 little trenches in, because I've got 3 varieties. Go. And these only want to be about 6 millimeters under compost, so I'm just going to pinch them round once I've sown them. I'm not going to sow too thickly because I don't need a million leeks. So I should label these. Let's see how well I can space these. Oh, that was terrible right from the beginning. Let's try and move some along. Yeah, that was far too many. Oh dear. Let's try to do better with these ones. There we go. We'll do in the hand and pinching this time. Yes, that was definitely better. Okay, and the final one. Don't think I did particularly good spacing there, but there we go, all in. So I'm just going to pinch over the sides because they're very small seed, they don't need to be very deeply. There we go. And then I'm just going to ensure good contact with the soil. Right, I'm tempted just to leave that outside and let the rain water it. Okay, that's the leeks out being watered. I've also put all the cosmos out to be watered. Tomatoes are potted on, sweet corn is coming up, courgettes are sown. Yeah, so starting to feel like I'm gaining some momentum now, so I think it's just a case of keep going up to the office, picking another pile, sowing it. So I will continue doing that, but I won't subject you to it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have found what I've been doing interesting or helpful in some way. If so, please do like the video, and if you would, do subscribe, because I'm still a new channel. I've just tipped over to 500 subscribers now, which is amazing. So yeah, thank you very much to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. It's great, keeps me motivated to do more. Right, I better check on my cake, and yeah, happy bank holiday to everybody. This will probably go out after the bank holiday, so for those in Britain, I hope you had a good bank holiday. And yeah, I shall catch you next week.